Hi, it's Jim Miller of Miller Travel and Adventures and my wife Kathy behind the camera, as usual. We're ready to release our next video, but we're trying a different approach this time. Many of our clients are traveling on the large cruise lines and are confused about all the different things that go on in the cruise lines, such as tips and gratuities and what charges are on before the cruise and what charges are on the cruise. So we're going to do a little educational video for you here in just a minute. And we're going to do a little tour of the Holland America, Nieuw Amsterdam. We were on that just recently, heading up to Alaska. Enjoy our video, subscribe to our channel, and we look forward to many calls and emails from you about trips in the future. So we're going to jump in where we have titled gratuities. We call them that. The cruise lines call them service charges. The biggest one you'll see is your daily tip for your staff, such as your cabin steward. Somewhere around $13.50 to $15 a day on Holland America. Just FYI, Norwegian is raising theirs as of January 1st, 2023 to $20 per day, and that's the minimum. It goes up if you have a higher level cabin. They have different charges. They have dining room service charges, which is reservation charges. They also have drink package charges, depending on how many days and what packages you buy. All of them, they'll be going to add a gratuity on. So like in the dining room, it's a reservation charge and you have a set menu that you can order from. And then, of course, they're add-ons. So if you want lobster, that's going to be an add-on fee. So the gratuities or the service charges are broken down into different categories. So we're going to start out with the dining on the Holland America, Nieuw Amsterdam. The special dining is going to cost you $52 per person per reservation. Plus, if you go off the standard menu, you're going to be add-on charges for different things. Plus alcohol, if you don't have a drink package, then you're going to be charged for that. Specialty dining on the Nieuw Amsterdam is the Pinnacle Grill, which is like a steakhouse, Tamarind, which is an Asian fusion, and Canaletto, which is their Italian restaurant. They do have complimentary dining, which is no charges, no reservations or anything. Their Manhattan dining room, which is their main dining room. The Lido Market, which is their buffet, and then they have two fast food kind of restaurants. One is pizza, and one is a hamburger joint or hamburger and french fries. Really good, actually. And then room service, although some cruise lines do charge a service charge for room service, depending on what you order. So it's all kind of there. Every cruise line has their specialty dining, and every cruise line has what they call their included dining. The internet is really tricky on board a ship. And this is one that some of our clients really have stumbled on because most cruise lines are offering a package. So you can do a 250-minute package here, or you can do a lot of the cruise lines, Norwegian, for instance, in their all-included gets you a package with minutes. You have to be aware that this is per device, and if you do not log off your device, your minutes are running. Very important. Make sure once you stop surfing on your phone, make sure you log off and then put your phone down. Because if you don't, those minutes are ticking away, and it's one device at a time. So you have to log off one if you want to put in an iPad or something else. So make sure that you take care of that. You can see the different prices here. This is for this is for Holland America and Norwegian. All of them are very similar. And if you really want premium Wi-Fi where you can stream, that's the one that costs the most. Shore excursions, of course, are not included. Now they've got some package deals. Holland America had the Have It All package, which gave you $100 per person credit, and you could spend that any way you wanted. My wife and I were able to get one shore excursion for the both of us, and that was really nice. Anything from $440 to $600 if you want a helicopter tour, it just depends. Norwegian has a $50 per port per day, not per person. And that one's a little tricky because you've got to book through their reservation system to get that credit. And we can take care of that if you book with us. We actually do that for our clients so that make sure that they get the credit. All that you guys do is let us know what excursions you want, and then we get them booked for you, prepaid, and we make sure that the $50 per person is there. In Holland, it was nice because you could do that online on their website, and it just subtracted. Drinks, well, it's the most complicated. Every cruise line, has iced tea and regular coffee and tea as included and ice water in terms of a glass during dinner. If you want anything else, bottled water, soda, of course, cocktails, you'll need to pay them. You can either pay per drink and sign them off. Every time you do that, $5 for a soda, they're going to add 20% gratuity on top of that. So be careful as you're signing, especially if you're having some cocktails. Those can add up really quickly. Suggestion is if you're going to drink, purchase one of their drink packages. Some, again, are included in the all get everything all for one. Different kind of cruise lines have different packages included nowadays. They are going to add a service charge or a gratuity onto that, so it's included, but it's just there. So that's important to know about the drink packages. So I talked about have it all package. That is Holland Americans, okay, and that gave you $100 shore excursion, especially night dining. So we did eat one night at the Japanese Fusion, and that was really good. A beverage package, which is great, and then a Wi-Fi surf package, basic Wi-Fi was included. I'll be honest with you, in order for our needs, because we have to do the business, we had to pay and upgrade that surf package. It just didn't allow, the bandwidth did not allow us to do our business. So most people that's going to be hard for you to use unless you're just basically texting and looking at your phone. If you want any kind of Wi-Fi or anything that does videos or anything else, you're going to have to upgrade to a higher level. Norwegian also has a have it all kind of package that has this kind of credits and availability. So we'll do those. We'll navigate those for you and make sure you take care of it. A lot of the cruise lines right now are offering a discounted airfare, or buy one get one, or second passenger is free. That's great, and they are a huge savings over the airfare, especially nowadays with the airfare being really high. So, but you must understand, this is so important. When you purchase that, you are stuck with whatever they give you. And please, you can, we've had clients and we talk them through it, but we make sure you understand when you're buying that it doesn't matter. They can put you through 3 stops to get you home. They can put you on red eyes. They can do whatever they want, and you're just going to have to live with it. However, if you are adventurous and don't really care, sometimes you can get through that. So it's both. You can do that, but make sure you understand that before you book that air credit through the airlines. I hope that gave you a little insight into the different charges and everything. We're not going to tour the Holland America New Amsterdam. We started in Vancouver. And as you can see, I'm just going to call it what it is. It was a dungeon. It was really low ceilings. You drop your bag off, which is fine. We got a shuttle from the hotel and we dropped our bag off, which is great, and you headed to the check-in. Check-in process was really long because we were also competing with a princess check-in. So as you can see, then the wait was pretty normal. I mean, it's a standard large cruise ship. You're going to check in, you're going to wait. The ship was, we got on a very typical looking ship on there. It's Alaska, and it was the very last sailing. So you can see the weather was what you would expect in Alaska in October, very last sailing of the year before the ship took off for warmer weather. This is a hallway going down to our cabin. Typical hallway, nothing special, a little narrow. And our cabin was basically a basic veranda cabin. And you can see it's what you'd expect. It is a nice, large, comfortable bed, a couch, a sitting area there, and a desk with a mini bar there. One of the things that surprised us a little bit is that there was absolutely no outlets anywhere near the bed. The only outlets were on the desk, and there's only a couple of them. So if you have anything like a CPAP machine and you need to plug it in, make sure you bring an extension cord. And we had to run that under the bed and plug it in each night and unplug it. And it's a little complicated when you have to step over it in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. It worked fine, but that's something to be aware of. There was nothing. The closets were very standard, very small, perfect for a 7-day cruise to Alaska like we were on. But I'll be honest with you, if you were on a longer cruise, that might be troublesome. The storage in here is not great. As you can see, it's a little shirt hanging place. It's safe, of course. That's pretty standard. A few shelves. that you could use to put your clothes on. And then there is a bigger closet coming up here that you can hang full-length things. But as you can see, it's basically her closet, and then I had a couple hangers. So, not a lot of room there. That closet there basically was all your life vests and other things, so not a lot of storage. The bathroom was probably the most surprising to Kathy and I is that we haven't been on a shower tub with a shower curtain bathroom on a cruise for many, many years. That shows the age of this ship. So we were a little surprised on that. I mean, it was very clean, and the cabin steward was wonderful and did a great job. But that one, we're used to at least a walk-in shower. Of course, you're going to Alaska for the scenery, and it was just, as always, just wonderful. The captain did a great job of getting us fairly close to the glaciers and going very slow, and it was just picturesque and beautiful. And the weather actually did cooperate. That rain was pretty much the only rain we saw. It was cloudy and definitely jacket weather. Um, Taking a look at the ship, photo gallery is big still on these ships. They have lots of different little bars, very segmented in the ship. Holland America prides itself on its music's scenes. This is the Lincoln Center, so they did a lot of classical music here. This is the B.B. King's Blues Club, so you could tell that was a blues venue. They also had meetings in here to talk about activities and things. The Crow's Nest is a place where you can book short excursions and do some research on upcoming ports. They have the Billboard on board, which is a kind of a rock club, but really it's just two dueling pianos, and they did some live music, but a lot of stage music. The main stage theater is a typical theater with theater seats. The disappointing thing is they had no shows. They just did movies here, and that was it. Of course, casino. Those of you who like to gamble, it definitely was a nice, large, airy casino. Very large compared to some of the other venues. We would have liked to see a little less casino probably, and a little bit more areas in the clubs, but it was nice. Cool thing about them is their pool is indoor outdoor. As you can see, the roof is closed, but they can open up if it's nice weather, so you can always swim no matter where you are on this ship, so that's a real plus. This is a dining area. This is the dive-in. We love their burgers. This was a great place to have some food. Just some fast food, burgers, hot dogs and things like that, but really good actually, and included, so no service charge in there, so it was a nice place to eat. And of course, with everything closed up, it was nice and warm even though you're on the pool deck. On the back pool deck, of course, open to the weather. As you can see, they had the New York pizza place and a bar. It was nice. The pizza was good and included, and it was cool as you could get it to go. You could get a whole pizza to go, and you could take it back to your room. We did that a couple times. This is the Lido, which is the buffet. For a buffet, it was fine. I mean, I'm not going to rave about it. It was good food. The service was excellent. The staff was so accommodating. The Manhattan dining room is a regular dining room. You can either do set times to have seatings, or you can do walk-in depending on what you'd like to do. And they have great food there, different menus. Overall, it was a nice cruise. Would we recommend Holland America? Depends on what you want. They have their niche, and people really, really like them. There was a lot of people on board that do that. So if you want to book with us, give us a call, look us up on Facebook, email us, and we'd love to book your next cruise or any vacation. We do everything. Thank you for enjoying this video. Looking forward to the next.